My hair is a bit tangled this morning because yesterday I tried washing it in the sink for the first time. I've always wanted to try this because it can be a drag sometimes going into town just to wash my hair, and I don't always have the privacy I need to do it outside the back of my van. But shortly after I started, I realized it was harder than I thought. I felt a wave of self-pity wash over me, thinking how much easier this would be if someone were there to help. But I tried the best I could and reminded myself that I am strong, I am independent, and I am capable.
If you have a bad back, I would not recommend this method of washing your hair.
Getting up this morning, I didn't feel the usual spark and excitement for the day ahead that I usually do. It's been over 3 months on the road, and I was supposed to end my travel several weeks ago, but I had to stay in California longer than I planned. And to be completely honest with you, I felt really ready to go home and take a break from life on the road. Even the simplest of chores are feeling hard to do in the van these days. Every day when I wake, I have to put everything away so they don't go flying when I drive the van. And even though that's not so different from normal day life, where a lot of people clean and tidy their homes every single day, for some reason, it feels harder when living in a van. Maybe it's because I know I have to do it, or maybe I'm just tired, period, and don't want to do it at all. But today, I woke up determined to make the most of the rest of my time here, because before I know it, I'll be heading home, and I won't be waking up to a spot like this.
There's this beautiful BLM land in Carson City called Kings Canyon, and me and Archie have been staying here the last few days, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been really tired. I think I just needed to sit in one place and not move around too much. And yeah, it's really cool because we found a spot that is near some pretty amazing hiking trails, and it is so beautiful to see the city lights of Carson City at night. Archie, what? Archie. Oh, you smell something. What do you smell? What do you smell here? And yeah, I've been feeling pretty tired of full-time traveling in the van, but I am determined to make the best of it. So today we're gonna go hunting for some wild horses. But before we do that, there's a couple of errands I need to run in Carson City, and that includes trying Dutch Bros coffee for the very first time because I've heard good things and I've never had it before. So let's go get some coffee. Okay, Archie, go. Up, up. Yeah, good job. All right, my little co-pilot. Are you ready to go? Yeah? Okay, let's go. Oh, yeah. Whoa. If you ever want to take your car or whatever up to Kings Canyon by Carson City, just know that this BLM land the road gets extremely tricky and rocky, and yeah, it's probably one of the worst Forest Service roads I have ever driven my van on. Like it's bad. Like at one point we were trying to get to a campsite and the road was so rocky and so bumpy that we actually decided to turn around and stay at the spot that I'm at here because we did not want to put the van through that ordeal. But people seem to be getting through it somewhat okay, but it is rough and you have to kind of crawl in some spots as well. But it's worth it. It's worth it to go through this so that I don't have to sleep in the city, because I got the knock in Tahoe. I was sleeping in an industrial area. There were no signs that said no parking, but a police officer came and knocked at my window at 11 o'clock at night, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" So that wasn't fun. Alright, I'm just waiting in the drive-thru line and I'm looking at their menu online to see what looks good. And they have these protein lattes. And I've never had a protein latte before. Yeah, I haven't had breakfast, so maybe we'll try something new and go for an iced protein latte and see if it's any good.
What can I get for you?
Can I please get an iced protein latte?
Yeah.
Can I get that decaf if that's possible?
Yeah, absolutely. A medium iced protein latte?
Yeah, decaf. And is it possible to get like 1 pump of sugar-free vanilla?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh, she gave it to me for free. She said, "Oh, because it's your first time, this one's on me." I was like, "What?" Hi.
How are you?
Do you want to be on YouTube?
Sure. You got a medium iced
Are you vlogging?
latte?
Yeah.
Decaf with sugar-free vanilla. And then you got a pup cup, right?
Yes, please.
Perfect.
Not too much. She's on a diet.
Perfect. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
And then
Wow, thank you so
Yeah, of
much. So the other day at McDonald's, I got breakfast and I ordered a decaf coffee, and I was jumping off the walls after that coffee, and I was like, oh no, I don't think they gave me decaf. I think they gave me regular. And I had a bunch of really big meetings the next day that I was preparing for, and I was going crazy. So I told myself I wouldn't order coffee anymore because I can't trust that it's gonna be decaf, but I'm taking the risk for Dutch Bros. And hopefully I won't be jumping off the walls later, but we'll see. Okay, let's give this a try. We have a vanilla protein iced latte. What? Oh my gosh, that is so good. No, I don't live near a Dutch Bros. This is an American thing. Oh, I'm sad. Okay, Archie's kind of whining because he knows he got a pup cup. So I gotta give that to him. But this is what Archie got. Little whipped cream and a treat. Archie, you ready for your pup? Oh! Oh no! Oh, I dropped it. Archie, you ready for your pup cup? There you go. Oh, you're really good. Yeah, breakfast of champions, right? Diet starts tomorrow. You get it, baby. Yum yum. He doesn't like to eat in front of the camera. You got it? Oh, good boy. All right, now that we got our coffee, we're gonna go pick up a prescription at Walmart. Okay, we're here. So yeah, I just wanted to say something about the reality of living on the road is that you still have to manage your health, and that means being able to find local care, being able to find in-network doctors and prescriptions. So every time I need to pick up a refill of my prescriptions, I have to change my pharmacy to the one that I'm nearest to. And for today, it'll be Carson City. So I change my pharmacy and then they send the refills to that pharmacy. And that's pretty much how I manage getting my prescriptions on the road. Okay, this has got to be the biggest Walmart I have ever been to in my entire life. I had to ask where the pharmacy was because I can't even see it with my eyes. Hi, baby. You ready to go to the park? I missed you. I missed you. All right, we're here at Washoe State Park, and it's really close to Carson City. It was like a 10-minute drive. And I came to the equestrian area hoping that we would see some horses. But so far, we don't see any horses. So I don't know. We're just gonna walk around and hopefully we'll see if we can. Oh, I thought those were horses, but they were cars on the highway. Alright, so we just drove a little bit further out because the equestrian area didn't have any trails, and I think I'm in the right spot because there's horse poo everywhere. Like, look at this giant pile of horse poo. Archie, don't you dare, buddy. Okay, I think I did some research, and apparently they're actually on the eastern hills by Dead Man's Trail. Okay, I already see some. Okay, we're gonna drive over and go to the other side of the road. Okay, there's a group of horses right here, and they're feeding by the side of the highway. So we're just gonna quietly approach and try not to disturb them. They are so beautiful. My father grew up in Argentina. His family fled South Korea during the Korean War, and he spent a large part of his childhood in Argentina, and there my dad learned how to ride horses, and he used to share stories about how he would ride horses as fast as he could, and he really loved it. And yeah, this just reminds me of him because he would take me horseback riding, and I was awful at riding horses. I was not good at it. I'll tell you a funny story later about what happened the last time I tried to ride a horse. I decided to do a little trail walk on Dead Man's Trail because there could be wild horses just running along the hillside. But the story about how the last time I rode a horse, my dad took me horseback riding, and they took us on a gentle trail walk in the forest, but my horse did not want to stay on the path, and he did not care what I had to say about it. So he kept walking off the path, and in the process of doing that, he kept walking my knees into the trees. So it was such a painful experience because my knees would be banged up against the tree trunks because he would just pass by and not care if it was wide enough for me to fit as well. And yeah, I don't know how to ride, and I certainly do not have the disposition to be a good horse rider because I think you have to be very calm and very assertive, and that's not me. So but anyways, I still love horses, and I think they are special creatures, and I just love them so much. And I think we have a very special relationship between humans and horses, but I really like the idea of horses just being out in the wild, you know, and just living freely amongst themselves. Okay, we made it to the top of the trail, which there's this beautiful gazebo that you can view the field from, but I see wild horses really far away by the water that way, but I don't see any on the hills here. So I'm gonna send the drone up and see if we can see something on the other side of the hills. I saw using the drone where some horses are, so we're just gonna walk up the trail and try to get a closer look. Okay, I see them. They're still there. And we're just gonna keep our distance and observe them from afar. Oh, they're so beautiful.
Nestled between the Sierra Nevada mountains and the high desert, Washoe Lake State Park is home to one of Nevada's most iconic sights, wild horses. Descendants of Spanish Mustangs, these powerful animals roam freely across more than 8,000 acres of open land. Moving in family bands, they graze, travel, and protect one another, guided by instinct and strong social bonds. With sweeping views stretching toward Carson City and Reno, this landscape offers a rare glimpse into the untamed West, where the spirit of these horses still run wild.
Okay, the horses we saw earlier by the road have moved away and they are now right in front of me. I don't think they're afraid of humans. I think they see a lot of people here because it's right next to a trail. They probably see people coming and going all day, every day. But I don't want to get any of them mad, so I'm just gonna quietly try to walk past and hopefully they won't pay me any mind. Okay. Oh my gosh, that was really cool. I really enjoyed that. That was definitely the highlight of my week. Oh my gosh, I just realized I left this open box of baking soda on the counter while I was driving. I'm trying to clean my pot because it got burned, and my sister told me to put baking soda on it, so I did, and I am so glad that did not fall all over into the van because that would have been so bad. All right, we're gonna put this away right now before I forget. Man, I'm pretty wiped. Life on the road, it's intense. It's an intense experience, and I've had pretty low energy today, but I'm really glad I forced myself to make the most of the weekend and continue exploring. And I'm really grateful that we saw wild horses today. We're just parked up at the Washoe State Park by the lake, and I just decided to open all the doors and let the nice breeze in, and parked up right by this beautiful tree right here. You know, I get a lot of comments from my viewers saying, make the most out of your travels, travel while you're young. I wish I could hike that, I'm too old to do it now, or my body can't do that anymore. And I'm really grateful for my community because everyone here reminds me to make the most out of life and to not take my health and my youth for granted and to make the most out of it. So thank you all for that, and thank you all so much for just all the comments you send. They really make my day, and it gives me motivation to continue exploring so I can share with you all the amazing things that this world has to offer. We live in a really beautiful world, and even though we all experience a lot of hardships in our life and a lot of ups and downs, I'm just really grateful still to be on this earth and to be living in the world that we're living in, because there's just so much beauty to be had.